In this video, I'm going to give you the big picture of corporate finance and tell you exactly what a corporation is. As a finance guy, a corporation is just a money machine. I don't think of them as anything else. I don't care if they make software or soft drinks, if they make cars or what it is they make. To a finance guy, they make money. Hopefully they make money. Maybe they lose money, but they are a money machine. In order to run that machine, we have to put money in and we hope to get more money out. Well, the money in comes from two primary places. First, equity holders. The equity holders are the owners of the firm. They buy stock. So the stock in the firm is called the equity in the firm. And it's a little simplified, but think of it this way. The equity holders are the stockholders. The debt holders, bondholders, maybe it's not exactly bonds, but close enough. So the equity holders are the owners of the firm. They're the ones who are in charge of everything. The debt holders are not the owners. They just loan money, so they're only interested in getting their money back, or the money that they were promised. So this money goes into the money machine. If the money machine's a good machine, it's going to produce more money. Now that it produces more money, the first thing that happens is payments go to the debt holders. The debt holders get paid first because, like I said, they're not owners of the firm. They've loaned money to the firm and they've received a promise, which to them, that promise is a money machine. And that promise says you will get paid these amounts on these dates, and if you don't get that money, then we, the equity holders, will give you the entire money machine, the whole corporation. That's called going bankrupt. So hopefully, from the view of the equity holders, that will never happen. Now that the debt holders are paid, the equity holders have a decision to make. They can either pay money out to themselves, or they can put money back into the money machine, or do some combination of both. So what we have here is three different decisions. The first decision is the financing decision. That financing decision says, alright, I need money to pay people, to buy raw materials, whatever it is to run my business, to run my machine. I need money to do that. Where does that money come from? Does it come from equity holders? Does it come from debt holders? So we're going to study later in the semester, we're going to value stock. And that will tell us how much it would cost to raise money by adding new equity holders, new owners, by selling stock in the firm. We're also going to learn how to value bonds, and that will tell us how much it would cost to get more money to put in to the money machine by adding debt holders or bond holders. I don't know if 60% of the money should be equity and 40% should be debt, or 70-30. I don't know that balance. That's called capital structure. We won't quite get to that. We'll just learn how to value stocks and how to value bonds. The next decision that we have, I'll call this the investing decision. The investing decision says, now that we have this money, what do we do with it? Do we buy this new machine? Do we build a new plant? Do we expand our business? Do we how do we take this money that we've gotten in through the financing decision and turn it into more money? This is also called capital budgeting. The capital budgeting, sorry about the flash up there about something from my computer. The capital budgeting decision we'll talk about in detail, and there's a lot of things we need for this, but capital budgeting is the investing decision. This last one is the dividend decision. The dividend decision says, well, I need some money I'm going to pay out to myself as an owner so I can actually spend it, or do I put money back into the machine? Alright, so in order to do all this, we need to have certain tools, we need to have certain skills. One thing we need to know, is the money machine healthy? So we're going to look at financial statements. Those financial statements are going to tell me if this money machine is working well or not. That's the income statement, the balance sheet, statement of cash flows. So those are going to be key skills that we have to master. The next thing we need to know the time value of money. The time value of money is going to be important because as a debt holder, I give you money today to get money in the future. So how much money should I give up today to get this extra money in the future? As an equity holder, I'm buying stock in the firm today. hopefully to get more money in the future. Same thing, time value of money, giving up money today to get money in the future. I need to know that to value stocks and bonds, and the investing decision in order to figure out, well, I want to buy this piece of equipment, or I want to build this plant. Well, if I build a plant, it's going to take me a long time to build that plant, and I pay a lot of money up front to hopefully get a lot more money in the future. Well, exactly how do I make that trade-off of spending money today to get money in the future? So I need those skills. So the first part of this class is going to be looking at the financial statements. The second part of the class, with just a little bit of time value of money, the second part of the class is going to be learning time value of money thoroughly, so we can then figure out how to price bonds, price stocks, and do the investing decision. Alright, so just a couple other things about the corporation, and then we'll go on to something else. Alright, so the way I want you to think about corporation, the other thing I want you to think about, I should say, is that as an owner of the firm, I'm the one that should have complete control, right? So I have the owners, and I can't spell owners, so I have the owners of the firm. Now, as an owner of, I personally own 22 shares of Walmart stock. So I can go into a Walmart store and say, hey guys, I don't like the way you're running this. I want you to move this over there. I want you to do this and do that. If I go up to the manager of a Walmart and say, hey pal, I'm the owner of this firm. I own 22 shares of the millions of shares that are out there. They're going to call security, right? So what happens, the owners who technically make all the decisions, there are too many of them to make those decisions. So what these owners do is they elect a board. That board will consist of, I don't know, 5, 7, 11 people, somewhere around in there. Those people won't make the day-to-day decisions. What those people will do is they will elect management. Well, I don't say they won't elect management. They will oversee management. They make sure that the managers run the firm correctly. So I, as an owner, elect a board. The board then hires the managers, the CEO primarily, and the CEO will then run the firm. So what we have is a separation of ownership and control. Here's the owner, here's the managers. So the big question we have is, what do we want the managers to do, and what will the managers do? So if you're the CEO of pick any company, Walmart in this example, what would the CEO of Walmart do? He's going to maximize his own wealth. What do I want to do as the owner of the firm? I want to maximize my wealth. So the goal of the firm is to maximize shareholder wealth. This is hugely important. The goal of the firm is to maximize shareholders' wealth. Why is that? The shareholders are the owners. These guys, owners, I can call them shareholders, are the equity holders. All those terms, owners, shareholders, equity holders. To maximize shareholder wealth, because these guys own the firm, the only reason it exists is because of them. They cannot, once the firm gets big, they can't all meet and make all the decisions, so they have to elect people to make decisions for them, and those people they elect then oversee the firm primarily by electing a manager. And they tell the manager, look pal, your job is not to look out for yourself, your job is to be a good steward and look out for the owners of the firm. Your job is not to give money away to charities. These guys can give money away to charity. You don't. You give your own money, you don't give corporate money. Your job is to maximize shareholder wealth. If these managers do something stupid, the board should fire them. So that's step one. Managers do something stupid, the board should fire them. If the board doesn't fire them, then the owners will elect a new board. And so we'll always make the managers maximize shareholder wealth. That's a little more complicated than that in real life, but for an intro class, I want you to think the simple, pure theoretical thing. If the managers screw up, the board replaces them. If the board doesn't replace bad managers, the owners elect a new board, and they do so. So that's kind of the big picture of corporate finance.